Heating effects of current. Now here you can see there is a circuit which consists of a resistor, a battery, a plug key, an ammeter to measure the current which is connected in series, and V is nothing but the voltmeter which is connected across the resistor to find the potential drop across resistor. Generally, what is the heating effect of electric current? Whenever current passes through any device for a certain time, it will develop heat. Why it is going to develop heat? Because the device will offer some resistance to the flow of current through it. So, when it tries to oppose the flow of current, some amount of work is said to be done to oppose that resistance and make the device to work. The amount of work done to resist the flow of charge will produce in the form of heat. So, if a current I flows through a resistor of resistance R and T be the time for which a charge Q flows through it, then the work done to move the charge through potential difference V is given as W is equal to Q times V. This is based on potential difference formula alone. Now what is power actually? Power is nothing but work done by time. So what is work done? Q into V. So substitute the value of work done as QV by T. Now Q by T can be written as I. So the total power becomes V into I. Or the heat energy supplied is equal to, generally heat is nothing but what? It is a form of energy. So the work done itself will store in the form of energy. So energy is nothing but what? Work done. Work done is nothing but what? Power into time. So P into T. What is P actually? VI. So VI into T. Now this is the heat energy supplied. Now if you are going to use Ohm's law, that is V equal to IR, and if you replace V with IR, you are going to have the expression as heat produced H is equal to I square R into T. So this is called Joule's law of heating. H equal to I square RT is called Joule's law of heating. Now let's see some practical applications of heating effects of current. First one, the electric laundry, iron, electric toaster, electric oven, electric kettle, and electric heater are some of the familiar devices based on Joule's heating. I hope you all know about laundry iron. People used to iron their clothes by using electric iron box. Electric toaster. Toaster means it is used to fry the bread. Electric oven. Everyone knows about electric oven, which is used to heat the food. Electric kettle, which is used to warm the water and to make tea or coffee, or warm the milk also. Electric heater is used to warm the water for doing bath. So these are the devices which are completely dependent on Joule's law of heating. That is useful practical applications of heating effects of electric current. The electric heating is also used to produce light, as in an electric bulb. Here the filament must retain as much of the heat generated as is possible, so that it gets very hot and emits light. So I hope you have seen in your home there is a bulb. It can be a 60 watt bulb or 100 watt bulb which is going to emit light. Now if you on the bulb for a certain time and if you are going to touch it, it is very warm and hot. So you may get hurt. So it must not melt at such high temperature. That means the filament what is present inside is made up of tungsten, which is having high resistance and high melting point. So whenever more amount of heat is said to be generated, it should not melt. That's the reason we are going to select such an alloy like tungsten, whose melting point is 3380 degrees centigrade. Just imagine we are unable to bear the temperature 50 degrees centigrade outside, but whereas the tungsten melting point is 3380 degrees centigrade. So such material is used for making bulb filaments actually. So it has high resistance and high melting point. The bulbs are usually filled with chemically inactive nitrogen and argon gases to prolong the life of filament. So generally whenever you're going to burn something, what happens? It becomes into ash. But in order to increase the lifespan of filament which is used inside the bulb, we are going to fill the bulb, entire bulb, with nitrogen and argon gases. Most of the power consumed by the filament appears as heat, but a small part of it is in the form of light radiated. So whenever a bulb is going to glow, more amount of energy, that is the electrical energy, most of the electrical energy is going to dissipate in the form of heat, but only a small amount of energy is used to produce light. Another common application of Joule's law of heating is fuse. I hope you have seen in stabilizers you are going to have fuse. Even in your main door also you may have the main circuit where you have the fuse wire which is used in an electric circuit. So what is the use of fuse actually? The fuse is going to protect the circuit and appliances by stopping the flow of any unduly high electric current. So certain times we are going to see that the fan is going to rotate with high speed than normally what it is going to rotate. So whenever high amount of currents are going to flow, what happens? It may damage the device because too much amount of heat is said to be generated and it may burn the circuit present inside the device also. So in order to avoid that, we are going to use a simple tool called fuse. So whenever high amounts of currents are going to pass through the circuit, what happens? The fuse wire is going to melt immediately so that it is going to break the circuit so that the devices will be safe. That's the reason we are going to use stabilizers actually. So what a fuse consists of actually? It consists of a piece of wire made of metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point. So normally you have to select the material whose melting point is appropriate. That means whenever high amount of currents are going to pass, it should melt immediately so that to protect the device as well as the home. For example, aluminum, copper, iron, lead, etc. If a current larger than the specified value flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases. So whenever the temperature increases, what will happen? It melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. So these are the important applications of heating effects of electric current.